Good evening, children. I hope everyone are doing fine. Let us begin with the new chapter, that is chapter number 9, Heredity and Evolution. So today we will be dealing with a basic introduction to the chapter, and also we will see what is heredity and inherited traits. So children, in our previous chapter, we studied about how do organism reproduce. In that, we have seen that reproductive process give rise to new individuals, isn't it? When male and female comes in contact with each other, when there is a sexual intercourse, so we know that male organism or a male will give out sperms and female will produce egg. This sperm fuses with the egg to form a zygote, and later on further division of this zygote develops into embryo, and this is how the development happens, right? And also we saw that the new individual which is born have a similar characteristics of their parents, isn't it? And also little difference also is being seen, and we have discussed how some amount of variation is produced even during asexual reproduction. So asexual reproduction, what do you mean by asexual reproduction? Only one parent involvement is seen in this. Even there we will see bit variations, isn't it? And the number of successful variations are maximized. So that variations are maximized by the process of sexual reproduction. So if we observe a field of sugarcane, so we find very little variation among the individual plants. But in a number of animals, including we, that is human beings, where we reproduce sexually, right? So quite distinct variations are visible among different individuals. So in this chapter, we shall be studying the mechanism by which variations are created. So we will see what kind of mechanism in which variations are created and it is inherited. Okay, and the long term consequences of the accumulation of variation. So ಈ variation continue ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ for a long time are all like, that is an important thing that has to be considered, and that variations has to be considered strictly. Okay, so we shall be studying this under evolution topic. So coming to the heredity part, so I have also discussed with you people in the previous chapter, like in the chapter how do organism reproduce, there we were discussing, right? So each and everyone I have for each and everyone I have asked, how do you look like? So you people have said, yes ma'am, I look like my mother. Yes ma'am, I am tall as like my father. So you people have gave me that kind of response, isn't it? And we can say that the characteristics of traits are inherited from parents to offsprings, isn't it? Like how you said, the look wise, maybe the eye color will be inherited from your mother or father, and height from your father or mother. So this is the inherited character. So because sometimes we use this word very often, yes, I have a heredity of my mother, yes, I have a heredity of my father. We do say that in our day-to-day life, in our daily life, right? And why do children look like their parents? So these questions might arise. And why do brothers and sisters resemble each other? So this is because we inherit traits from our parents. So we get that characteristics, we get that inheritance from our parents. Okay, the passing of traits from parents to child is the basis of heredity. Heredity is nothing but the passing of the traits. Traits is nothing but the character. Okay, like eye color, height, and the skin texture or the earlobe. So I'll be explaining this when we study about inherited traits. Okay, so this is about basic concept to what is heredity. So now you have a definition here for heredity. Heredity is the passing of genes. So there we used a term called traits. So here heredity is nothing but passing of genes from parents to their children. So where it is passing from? It is passing from parents to the children. Okay, so genes are the, so what are genes? Genes are nothing but instruction that make you as you. Okay, so in simple words they have given. So genes are the instructions. Okay, so you have thousands of genes in each of our cells. So we have thousands to thousands of genes that is there in each cell. Okay, we know that trillions of cells are present. So even in a single cell, every single cell, we find this genes which carry the inheritity, which carry the heredity, which have a traits on it. Okay, so children, the first topic under this chapter is accumulation of variation during reproduction. So during reproduction, so how do these variation accumulate? Okay, so here you can see figure 9.1, you can refer the textbook also. So inheritance from the previous generation provides both a common basic body design. Okay, so few characters has been inherited from previous generation. Okay, that have a common basic body design, and quite changes also is there in the next generation. Now just think about what would happen when this new generation in its turn reproduce. So second generation will have some differences that they inherited from the first generation, as well as newly created difference also we can see. So best example is in the picture you can see, it is a situation, it represents a situation if a single individual, so first is a single person, if a single individual reproduces, as happens in asexual reproduction. For example, if one bacterium divides and then the resultant two bacteria divide again, it will be 4 now. The 4 individual bacteria generate would be very similar. Okay, so there would be only very minor differences between them. It is generated due to small inaccuracies in the DNA copying. Okay, if there is any small inaccuracy in DNA, so what happens? There might be a variations. So in case of sexual reproduction, so if there is a sexual reproduction, so we see greater diversity, that means various differences can be generated. Okay, so we will be looking into that in the rules of inheritance. Okay, so now just think children, so do all this variation in a species have equal chances of surviving? So if there is a lot of variation in the generation to generation, will they sustain, will they survive in the environment in which they are used to? So obviously not, right? So depending on the nature of variation, so different individuals would have different kinds of advantages, right? So bacteria can withstand heat, that will survive better in a heat wave. As if like as we discussed in a previous chapter, how do organism reproduce, there I have explained about variations. So there is a group of bacteria so which can survive the heat, and there are few bacteria which couldn't survive, they die, isn't it? And like how variation is so important we have studied, right? So selection of variants by environmental factors form the basis for evolutionary process, as like we will discuss in the later sections. Okay, so here what I wanted to tell in this topic is accumulation of variation during reproduction, how variation will accumulate in generation to generation. Okay, so here you can see first individual giving birth to two young one, and like they are reproducing and they are giving birth, you can see variations. Okay, so how do they accumulate? Fine, we shall be studying about this in depth when we are going to cover further sections. Okay, so now coming to um inherited traits. Okay, so before that we shall recall heredity thing. So the rules of heredity will determine the process by which traits and characteristics are reliably inherited. Okay, so like for example, as I said about the ear lobe, and like I gave few examples about height as well as hair color. All these are said to be inherited. All these are said to be traits, and they are going to inherit it from our parents. For example, um, we find similarities as well as dissimilarities from our parents, right? So we know that a child bears all basic features of human being. Once a baby is born, the features of that baby is similar to a human being, right? Whether the we can't say that baby has a tail and later on the tail disappeared. We can't say that exactly a baby have a features of same as human being, right? So however, it does not look exactly like parents in the beginning. And human population show a great deal of variation, so each and every one look different, right? So somewhere little what do you say, in siblings we can see common features, common inheritance. But in if you look worldwide, so we are very different from each other, right? So Shalini ma'am is not same like you people, so I'm looking totally different from you guys, right? So that is inherited characters that I have gained from my parents. So you have different skin texture, you have different height, you have different eye color, so that is inherited from your parents, right? So here you can observe your friend's earlobe. So earlobe in the sense you can refer to the picture, so how earlobes look like. Okay, so that is one of the traits. Okay, so that is said to be Darwin's point. You can see the Darwin's point in few people's ear. And earlobes hang free. So earlobes hanging free is one of the trait, and earlobe is attached. For me, it is attached. For few people, it will be hanging freely. So that is a true traits of earlobes we can see. And one more is Darwin's point. So few people will be having Darwin's point in their ear, and few doesn't have that. So that is one of the two kinds of traits. So totally four traits is seen in case of ear. Same way we have a widow's peak. Yes, myself I have a widow's peak. If I lift my hair upwards, I can see the widow's peak. Okay, like W shape or M shape. Okay, so few people doesn't have that widow's peak. We call these characters as a traits. And some people, they can even roll their tongue, they can twist their tongue, they can roll their tongue. And few people, they cannot. Myself, I cannot roll or twist my tongue. Okay, and this is one of the two traits you can see with the tongue. And also clasping hands. So if you clasp hands, what happens? So few people have the few people show that. For example, myself, I have like I've just now clasped my hands. So where I saw right thumb as kept on the left thumb. So few people, when they suddenly clap their hands, they see left thumb is upon the right thumb. So that is the two difference that you can make out with your family members or with your friends, and you can say two different traits. And also length of second toe is, it is very longer than your big toe. Some will be not having that kind of fingers. Okay, that is again two traits. And also little finger straight or crooked. So see, a few people have a straight little finger, some will have a crooked one, that means little bent. So I have a straight one. And also coming to teeth part, front teeth with a definite gap. So front teeth, few people will be having gap between two teeth in the front, and some they don't have. It is very close to each other. So these are all the traits that we come up in your textbook. It's only mentioned about the earlobe, but I have given more information about inherited traits. Okay, so here in your textbook they have given about attached earlobe and free earlobes. Okay, and most of the population have these two differences also. Okay, and also Darwin's point. Okay, so this is the basic concepts about inherited traits and also variation, and basic introduction about heredity. Okay, so in next video subject, we will learn about Mendel's experiment, and this is a very important part of the chapter, Mendel's experiment and also evolution. Okay, so children, here I have started with a new chapter. So do complete with the given notes, complete your classwork. You have a lot of classwork to write. So do complete it, and have a good day.